Okay, red flags. In this video, I'm going to be talking about red flags to watch out for when dating. And for the purpose of this video, the specific red flags I'll be talking about are signs that a man is incapable of giving you what you want emotionally and or physically. Okay, and the reason why we want to watch out for these signs is because we don't want to waste time on a man that is just for no fault of his own, just not able to give you what you want. It's simply a mismatch. You're just not suitable for each other. And the faster you know this, the faster you can move on and not get yourself attached into a relationship that will ultimately be unfulfilling. Right? For me, the worst thing that can happen is to be in an unfulfilling relationship. I would rather be single than be in an unfulfilling relationship. So the sooner you can pick up these signs and know this is where it's headed, the quicker you can just cut it off and walk away and move on. In case you don't know about me, my name is Katie. I'm a dating and relationship coach, and I help women attract and keep high quality men and have the best relationship they've ever had. And if you're serious about dating and relationships and you've been struggling for some time and you would be interested in working with a coach, then you may want to consider working with me one-on-one. All you have to do is go to the link below and book a free consultation with me from there. All right, so let's get into the signs to watch out for, the red flags to watch out for. Sign number 1, he abandons you randomly. Okay, this is going to be the guy that you've been speaking to for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and then all of a sudden he disappears for a couple of days, right? Without warning. He's the guy that, when you expected him to be there, he's suddenly gone. And there are hours or days, most likely, of unaccounted for time where you just couldn't get in contact with him. You can't find him. Like, where is he? And it can be random, right? Randomly, he's just disappeared. This is a guy that has proven he just can't be there for you when you need him. Sign number 2, he constantly criticizes you even in the very beginning. So this is the guy that even on the first date, he will make some small little comment about something you're not doing right. Right? Maybe it's the restaurant that you picked, the movie that you picked, the way you hold your spoon, right? Or something. He just needs to put in a little comment that sounds a bit like a criticism to you. That doesn't sound very nice. And to him, it might be like nothing. Maybe he says this all the time to people. But you want to pick up on that, right? If someone is critical, especially in the very beginning, this is a sign that he's not able to make you feel good about yourself, make you feel like you're special for being with him. He's gonna make you feel bad on a regular basis. Typically, we don't enter relationships to feel bad about us. We want to enter a relationship where we're admired, we're respected from our partner. Sign number 3, when he is around you and other people, he doesn't actively protect you and signal to other people, other women, that you are his, you are under his protection. This is even on the very first date. Even on the very first date, he should be acting in a way that's protective. It doesn't matter that it's just one day, it doesn't matter they're not boyfriend and girlfriend, that's not the point. The point is, if he's on a date with a girl, he will respect her time, respect her space, and be protective of her when he is with her. Okay, that means he's not, leaving her for, hours to do something else, or abandoning her and, forgetting about her. Like, he's making sure she is priority whilst he is with her. That may also mean putting his phone away, that he's not distracted, he's not taking long work calls, anything like that. Sign number 4, he constantly looks at other women even when he is around you. This is a huge red flag. I prefer my man, the man I'm with, even if it's just the first date, to spend all of his time focused on me, even if he doesn't know me. Like if he's on a date with me and I've said yes to him, I don't want him looking at other women. All of his attention, all of his focus needs to be on me, right? If it's scattered, if he's looking at other women, that's a red flag to me. That's a red flag that, first of all, he can't focus. Even when he's asked a woman out on a date and he's meant to be with her, he's still not focused and committed to her for that period of time. That means he's a bit scattered, he's a bit wishy-washy, he doesn't know what he wants, or he just really is just clueless, right? Or he actually doesn't want to be on a date with you. He wants to be on a date with someone else, but you're like his last resort. Either way, it's not a good sign. Okay, number 5, he pushes your boundaries. He will try to turn your yes into a no or your no into a yes. He'll push you to go home with him. He'll push you to have another drink with him. He'll push you to give him your phone number. It means he doesn't really care how you feel, especially if you're saying this and you're feeling uncomfortable, and yet he dismisses the fact that you feel uncomfortable. Like he doesn't care about the fact that you feel uncomfortable. He still pushes your boundaries. It's a clear sign he cannot meet your emotional needs. Number 6, he's all talk, no action. There are a lot of men that are all talk, no action. It is so easy to say a bunch of things and not do anything about it, right? So easy for men to ask you out, to say, let's go on a trip away. I'll pay for you. I'll just do this for you. I'll do that for you, and then not do anything. Number 7, his stories doesn't always line up. You can tell when someone's talking and you get this sense that something's not adding up. Something sounds a bit fishy, a bit not right. You don't quite know what it is, but something isn't adding up. Okay, you can't get a man who wants to lie to you or hide to tell you the truth no matter what you do. You can try all kinds of different ways, but if a man wants to hide, wants to lie, he will. And that means if he's lying and hiding, you're not going to get your emotional needs met, because how can you really trust him? Number 8, he tells you, he's told you things you have no memory of him ever telling you. He accuses you of doing things that you have no memory of you ever doing things. Basically gaslighting. It's a psychological tactic, I guess some people use to make you feel bad, make you feel guilty, to manipulate the situation. Look, sometimes some people have a bad memory, maybe me. Sometimes I have a bad memory, and my husband will pull me up and say, oh, I did tell you that, you just forgot. Fair enough, sometimes I do forget. Okay, but it's not all the time. So if your man is constantly telling you things that you have no memory of ever hearing about, but he's 100% sure he's told you, or he's accusing you of doing things you have zero memory of ever doing, something's up, okay? No one is that forgetful that they would forget all the time like this. So if he is doing this all the time, that is really fishy, and I would say it's manipulation. Sign number 9, you always feel like he's right and you're wrong. No matter what you're talking about, what you're arguing about, he's always adamant, he's right, you're wrong. And for the conversation to end, you always find yourself appeasing him and saying, yes, you're right, I'm wrong. Okay, and of course the problem with this is you can end up linking up that your feelings, your desires, your wants, your needs are wrong. Okay, and this is a very dangerous place to be if you start to link up that your needs are wrong. But it's very easy to see how that could happen if you're with him long enough and he constantly has this pattern of making you feel wrong. Dismissiveness of your needs, of course, ends it up so in the relationship you don't get your needs met, because ultimately your needs are wrong and not as important. Sign number 10, you have to manage his emotions and your emotions. He's going to be the guy that makes you responsible for how he feels. So you end up needing to monitor what you say, what you do, so he is happy, so he's not triggered, so he is more comfortable in his life and trouble-free, and everything revolves around getting his needs met, so he is happy. Now, of course, if all of your time and energy and effort goes into managing his emotions and meeting his needs, then what happens to your needs? You're going to have very little time to even inquire about your needs or getting your needs met, because all the energy is going to fulfilling his needs. You're not even aware that your needs are not being met, because you end up training yourself out of even having needs or believing it's right to have needs, and your needs are not even important, so why even bother trying to get your needs met? So it becomes a very toxic situation very, very quickly. So this is something you definitely need to be mindful of. Remember, if you are struggling in your dating and relationship life and you're serious about finally getting your relationships on track and finally getting the relationship that you want, then you may want to consider working with a coach one-on-one. All you have to do is go to the link below and book a call with me, and we'll take it from there. And that's all from me this week. If you enjoyed this video, please like me. And if you would like more videos like this about dating and relationships, just subscribe to my channel. And I'll be back with more real soon.